ఇదేం గోలరా తెలుగోడు గోల. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another video of lyrical and nuanced translation of Telugu songs. So first of all, Happy New Year to all of the people that are watching me right now. Hope this year brings joy and cheer to your life, unlike the last one. But hey, we've got good things that came out of it, so let's just keep our heads up and let's just keep going. But today, we're gonna look at a song called Maghuva Maghuva from the movie Vakil Sab. I know the movie hasn't been released, and I know the song's video also hasn't been released, so I can't really give you the nuanced translation of what the song means, but I think the lyrics are beautiful and the translation will be beautiful too. So let's go! So before we move on to the song, I just wanted to share a few thoughts about women and how we need to celebrate their existence in our lives in general. So we know that women come in different forms of relational entities such as mother, wife, a friend, and a sister. And I know that each human being plays a different role depending upon what stage of life that they're in. But the most surprising thing about women is that nobody else has to go through the amount of physical suffering that a woman has to go through on a monthly basis or at the time of giving birth to her kids. And apart from that, apart from the most obvious physical suffering, the amount of sociological suffering that a woman has to go through, the amount of atrocity that she has to face on a daily basis when she goes out into the society is just depressing. But apart from all of that, they keep showing this resilience. They keep winning against all the odds. So hats off to all of those women that are doing what they do, and thank you for bearing some of the wankers that we have over the last few years. So hats off to all the women, and I feel amazing and elated to start off my new year's with a song that's dedicated to all the brilliant women out there. So let's go.
Maghuva Maghuva lokaniki telusa నీ విలువ మగువా మగువా నీ సహనానికి సరిహద్దులు కలవా.
సో మగువా మగువా లోకానికి తెలుసా నీ విలువ, మగువా మగువా నీ సహనానికి సరిహద్దులు కలవ. సో మగువా 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 అంటే ఇట్స్ అనదర్ పర్యాయ పదం ఫర్ అ ఉమెన్ అనమాట. సో ఇట్స్ లైక్ అ సినోనిమ్. లోకానికి తెలుసా నీ విలువ, లోకం వరల్డ్, తెలుసా డస్ ఇట్ నో, నీ విలువ యువర్ వాల్యూ. సో డస్ ద వరల్డ్ నో యువర్ వాల్యూ. మగువా మగువా ఓ ఉమెన్ నీ సహనానికి సరిహద్దులు కలవ. సహనం అంటే పేషెన్స్, సరిహద్దులు బౌండరీస్, కలవ ఆర్ దేర్. సో ఆర్ దేర్ ఎనీ బౌండరీస్ టు యువర్ పేషెన్స్, which kind of means that women have limitless patience.
అటు ఇటు అన్నింటా నువ్వే జగమంతా పరుగులు తీస్తావు ఇంట బయట.
Before I translate these ones, I think some of these lyrics are literal translations of scenarios in our daily lives. So for example, atu itu anninta nuve jagamanta. So here and there and everywhere, you fill the world. Nuve jagamanta. Jagam ante the world. Parugulu తీస్తావు ఇంటా బయట. పరుగులు తీస్తావు అంటే you keep running around. ఇంటా అంటే ఇంట్లో. So you keep running inside the house and outside the house, which kind of symbolizes the way women work inside and outside too in their jobs. So she's got two jobs on a daily basis, being a wife, a mother, and also being somebody else's worker or being a boss at a certain office. So yeah.
అలుపని రవ్వంతా అననే అనవంట వెలుగులు పూస్తావు వెళ్ళేదారంతా.
సో అలుపని రవ్వంత అననే అనవంట. సో అలుపని అంటే అలుపు అంటే బీయింగ్ అ లిటిల్ టైర్డ్. సో రవ్వంత ఈవెన్ ద స్లైటెస్ట్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ ఫటిగ్ ఆర్ so alupa ante fatigue, tiredness. Ravanta the slightest amount or even the littlest amount. Anane anavanta. So it kind of says the woman does not complain about the slightest fatigue even though she endures so much pain. Velugulu pustave velle daranta. Regardless of all the suffering, she brings light to everywhere she goes. So pustave means పూయడం అంటే a flowering delight, వెళ్ళేదారంతా everywhere she goes. So that's what it means. So she says she doesn't complain about the littlest amount of fatigue, and yet she brings light to everywhere she goes.
నీ కాటుక కనులు విప్పారకపోతే ఈ భూమికి తెలవారదుగా. నీ గాజుల చేయి కదలాడకపోతే ఏ మనుగడ కొనసాగదుగా.
నీ కాటుక కనులు విప్పారకపోతే ఈ భూమికి తెలవారదుగా. సో కాటుక కనులు అంటే ఐస్ విత్ ఐ లైనర్స్. విప్పారకపోతే, వికసించకపోతే, ఆర్ పూయడం, ఆర్ జస్ట్ ఓపెనింగ్ అప్. ఈ భూమికి తెలవారదుగా. తెల్లవారమడం అంటే బికమింగ్ ఎ సన్ రైజ్, or becoming a day, or a sunrise. ఈ భూమికి, this earth. So it sums up is that if you don't open your eyes, then the sunrise doesn't happen. And there's a nice symbolism to it. Katuk Kanula ante basically in Andhra Pradesh, or I mean in India, most of the time eyeliner is usually black, not the fancy ones that you get these days with different colors. So it kind of symbolizes the darkness, and when she opens her eyes, it kind of symbolizes the sunrise. So that's some great lyric right there. So నీ గాజుల చేయి కదలాడకపోతే ఏ మనుగడ కొనసాగదుగా. So నీ గాజుల చేయి, so everybody in India wears those bangles and make those sounds. కదలాడకపోతే, if it doesn't move, so if your hands don't move with those bangles, ఏ మనుగడ కొనసాగదుగా. There is not a single life that goes on. So మనుగడ అంటే keep living, or livelihood. కొనసాగదు, it doesn't carry on. So the livelihood doesn't carry on. So that's what it means.
వరుసలోను ప్రేమగా అల్లుకున్న బంధమా, అంతులేని మీసమా, అంచనాల కందుమా, ఆలయాలు కోరని ఆదిశక్తి రూపమా, నీవు లేని జగతిలో దీపమే వెలుగునా.
ప్రతి వరుసలోను ప్రేమగా అల్లుకున్న బంధమా. సో ప్రతి వరుస అంటే ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ రో, వరుస అంటే రో, ప్రేమగా, విత్ లవ్, అల్లుకున్నం, వీవింగ్ హర్సెల్ఫ్, బంధమా, రిలేషన్షిప్. సో వాట్ ఇట్ మీన్స్ టు సే ఇస్ దట్ women weave themselves into almost every relationship in the form of love is what it means. అంతులేని నీశ్రమ అంచనాల కందుమ. అంతులేని నీశ్రమ, అంతులేని అంటే having no boundaries or being limitless. Nishrama, your work, or your hard work. Anchanala Kandama. Can it even occur in my thoughts? Can I even think of it? So your work and your hard work is also limitless, and it cannot be comprehended by my thoughts is what it means. Alayalu Korani Adisakti Rupama. Adisakti Rupamu ante very powerful goddess, or very powerful form. Endukante Rupam ante literal ga chuskunte it's a form. Alayalu Korani. But when we kind of see the Alayalu Korani, we kind of come to know that he is meaning a goddess, or whoever wrote the lyrics, which is Rama Jogaya Sastri. So he's meaning that she is a goddess. Alayalu Korani, Alayam ante temple. She doesn't want, or she doesn't need any temples. But if you think about literal, or if you think about it in a nuanced way, it basically means that she doesn't need any praises, or she doesn't want any praises, or she doesn't even expect any praises or expect temples for all of the hard work that she's done or she's doing.
నీవు లేని జగతిలో దీపమే వెలుగునా. నీదగులాలనలో ప్రియ మగు పాలనలో ప్రతి ఒక్క మగవాడు పసివాడేగా.
నీవు లేని జగతిలో దీపమే వెలుగున. సో జగతి అంటే భూమి, నీవు లేని, వితౌట్ యూ, దీపం, a light or a candle, or వెలుగున, does it light up? So is there a world that lights up without you is what it means. Needagu lalanalo priyamagu palanalo. So lalana ante just being very kind, just being very patient, just being very loving, like you do to a kid. So lalinchadam antar kada, so alantidi anamata. Priyamagu palanalo, so this again becomes a contrast. So palana ante ruling a kingdom, or just ruling something. Priyamagu palanalo, with love. So ruling with love. Prati oka magavadu pasivadega. So every man becomes a kid in her kingdom of love is what it means. Endukante sometimes men are a pain in the ass, and they need to be treated like this with love, of course. So yeah.
ఎందరి పెదవులలో ఏ చిరునవ్వున్నా ఆ సిరి మెరుపులకు మూలం నువ్వేగా.
ఎందరి పెదవులలో ఏ చిరునవ్వున్నా ఆ సిరి మెరుపుకి మూలం నువ్వేగా. సో ఎందరి పెదవులలో, so how many of our lips, ye chirunavunna, the smile is on their lips. So endari pedallo ye chirunavunna, every smile that is there on everybody's lips, aa siri, so that richness merupulaki. So that merupu ante like a lightning or a thunder, but a little spark, to be very precise in this nuanced kind of way. So that rich spark ki moolam. Moolam ante like a base, or a basis, or the foundation, or where does it come from? The root. So the root of that rich spark of everybody's smile is you. So that's what it means. So that's the end of the first video of 2021. I hope you've learned some new things and I hope you've enjoyed it. And once again, hats off to all the women out there. So if you really like this video, please leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and please share it to your friend and let them know that this is happening. So hopefully you guys will all have a great year, and I will see you next week. Bye bye. Oh wait, did the go? No.